Hi everyone, let's try attempting another LeetCode question, which is duplicate zeros. Given a fixed length array of integers, duplicate each occurrence of zero, shifting the remaining elements to the right. And note that elements beyond the length of an original array are not written. Do the above modification to the input array in place. Do not return anything from your function. Uh, so the question is pretty simple. Let's try to understand it from one of the example. So if we have array this, we want to duplicate each occurrence of 0. So 2 would appear as is, 0 would appear twice, 9 would appear once, 1 would appear once, and then 0 would again appear twice, and 2 and 4 would appear once. So there are two constraints. One is we have to do all the modification in place, and the second is if element goes beyond array length, we don't have to write anything. So like 2 and 4 goes beyond array length, so these won't come into our output. So to do this, actually, the solution is pretty simple. First of all, we'll try to find out a number of zeros in our array. So in our array, we can see there are two zeros, and our array length is 7, and increased array length after duplicating zeros would be 9, since we have to duplicate 0 twice, right? So to solve this, we'll start two pointers, one starting from array length and the another starting from increased array length. So say this is our input array. We will have two pointer, one from array length and j starting from increased array length. For each of the element, we'll try to see if it is possible to write element at ith index to element at jth index. That would be only possible if j is in within array bounds. So for the current iteration, we can see j is currently out of bound. So we will simply decrement both of our pointers to by 1. So I and j comes here. Now, is it possible to write ith element at jth index? No, because j is still out of bound. So we will again decrement it, and we can see now it is possible to write the element. J is within array bound. So we have put our ith element at jth index. So currently it was 4, but now we have replaced it with ith element. So that is 0. So basically, for as we have to duplicate 0, we will try this approach twice. So since this was 0, we will only move jth index, and we will again try to write ith element at jth index. So again it is possible. So we have simply written ith element at jth index. So earlier it was 2 here, but we have replaced it with 0. Now let's look out at next step. So this was what we had before. So we will again decrement both I and j. I comes here, j comes here. So again it was possible to write ith element at jth index. So we have replaced jth element with ith element. So earlier it was 0 here. So it is replaced with ith element, that was 1. And we will simply decrement both I and j. Now also it is possible, so element at jth index becomes 9. Again, we will move our pointer to both pointer by 1. So this was before we have moved pointers by 1, and again it was possible. So jth element is replaced with 0. Now as it was 0, we have to perform this iteration twice. I would still be here, but we will decrement j. So we have decremented j, and it was possible to write. So we have written ith element at jth index. And since now our I becomes equal to j, this is where we have to terminate our loop. I hope this was easy to understand. Let's try implementing. Maybe that would give more clarity. So first step was to calculate number of zeros. Let's calculate number of zeros first. We will iterate over our array. If this is equal to 0, we will simply increment our zeros by 1. Now, as we discussed, we need two pointers, one I, which will be starting at array length, and another pointer was j, which will start from increased array length. Uh, we have to write our loop, and this should run until I is not equal to j. So we have to try inserting element at I at jth index, and then we have to decrement jth index. So I am doing it in place, but you can like write j minus minus in separate line. And if current element is 0, then we have to perform this operation once more. And at the end, we have to decrement I. Now we'll try writing this insert method. So here we'll check if it is possible. So that would be checked by checking if j is out of bound or not. J is less than array length, then it means it is possible. We'll put ith element at jth index. I think we are done on the coding side. Let's try running this solution. Okay, where did I miss? Return type required. We don't want to return anything. Okay, so our solution is success. I will put a link of this problem statement in description box, and also its solution to my GitHub repository will also be there in description box. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.